A very successful episode. In the last episode, if you haven't seen that episode, go ahead and go check it out right now. We played 5 games in that episode. We actually simulated the last one, but we did get 4 clean sheets in that episode. In the Europa League, we're not sitting in a great place. We're currently sitting in 3rd place with only 2 games left to go, and we will get through both of these games in this episode. We are going to be playing this Chelsea game coming up here in a couple weeks, as well as the Lens game, and then we might simulate Everton and we might simulate Brentford. We'll have to see where we're at in the episode once we get there. And then we are going to be playing the game against Manchester United, and then we will more than likely have to play the game against Helsinki as well, just depending on where we're at in the Europa League group. Before we get any further into the video, please be sure to go ahead and hit that like button, and please be sure to go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. You guys have already supported me so much throughout this career mode, but please be sure to continue to support the career mode. I'm having a lot of fun playing it, and I hope you guys are having a lot of fun watching it. Right now, we are currently sitting in 4th place in the Premier League, only 2 points off the top. We are level with Manchester City in 3rd place, so we are having a very, very good season as of right now, at least in the Premier League. But in the Europa League, we cannot say exactly the same. Obviously, we've only played 4 games so far. We still got 2 left to go. And we have a win and 2 draws and a loss. So, I mean, you know, we're not playing terribly, but we're by far not the best team in our group, and we've been outplayed by Trabzonspor in 2 separate games. So we need to find a way to win our last 2 games to guarantee us progression through to the knockout rounds in the Europa League. The FA Cup, of course, hasn't actually gotten to the point where we are playing in it, but in the Carabao Cup, we have advanced to the quarterfinals with that win over Liverpool in the last episode. So we face Newcastle United next in the quarterfinals later on, probably I think in the next episode. That's going to be a very, very tough game. Stoke face Chelsea, Wolves face Manchester United, and Middlesbrough face Aston Villa. So if we can make it through to the next round, we could have a very favorable matchup. Smith Rowe, it looks like he is available again, according to this email. So that is absolutely fantastic to see. We've been playing João Pedro up top in the cam position. Not up top, but I guess in the cam position behind Benjamin Sesko. And I've been liking it, but now with Smith Rowe coming back, I'm not so sure if we're going to be able to justify playing João Pedro in that cam position, so we'll have to see how it goes. We're going to start him on the bench for this game just because I don't feel like bringing him straight back into the lineup. And we're going to go ahead and get Baleba on the bench as well, and this is going to be our bench for this game, and Ciso unfortunately not making the squad. This is the lineup we're going to go with for our next game though. No changes, pretty much the main starting 11 we can put out there besides Smith Rowe. So let's go ahead and get into this game against Chelsea. Having to go with our alternate kits at home because all of Chelsea's kits are of a blue variant, which, you know, obviously we can't go with our home kit like that. So rocking the red kits in this game. Pedro Neto over here to João Pedro. João Pedro being hounded. Finds some space on the edge of the box. Sesko's going to end up with it and gets him Fernandez with a goal within 5 minutes here against Chelsea. A lucky deflection from João Pedro's shot back to Benjamin Sesko. And Sesko's able to find an open Fernandez in the middle of the box for a 1-0 lead. Benjamin Sesko has a run from Bino Gittins out here on this wing. Don't like our options just yet. We're going to cut this one back. Look for Getson Fernandez, who's going to find Andy Diouf, who's actually going to look inside for João Pedro. A little bit too heavy of a touch, and Robert Sanchez, our former player, of course, is able to collect that one. And now Chelsea pushing down this right side with Reece James. He's going to cut back, finds Madueke, who finds Nico Jackson, who finds Enzo Fernandez. Andy Diouf is able to get in the way of that one, and we are able to get away without any harm done to us so far. But we might have spoke just a little bit too soon. Christopher Nkunku with an excellent shot from the edge of the box. I thought our defender got in the way there, but apparently, you know, he didn't. I mean, it was a perfect shot into that top left corner. I had Fernandez going in for a tackle there, and he just whiffed or just didn't even try for it, and yeah, Chelsea leveled this game at 1 after about 20 minutes. Neto finds Fernandez. Fernandez finds Sesko. Sesko's gonna shoot that one off the edge of the goalpost and off of the side netting. And that's gonna be out for a goal kick. Madueke down this right side. Gonna make a couple moves inside. Diamande able to read that one perfectly and able to get that one away. Sesko has to pass it out here to Thierry Correa, who's actually going to end up going for a cross. Not a bad cross at all. Getson Fernandez almost able to end up with the header on that one. I think maybe he did get a little bit of contact, but not enough to put it in the back of the net, unfortunately. Jota able to find Nkunku. Nkunku able to find Jackson. Jackson tries to find the back of the net, but unfortunately for him, Verbruggen is able to make that save. Getson Fernandez does pick up a yellow card for a foul that he committed in midfield. So that's unfortunate. But they do have a corner here. They're swinging it in. Getson Fernandez does his best to clear it away. Not the greatest effort, though. Andy Diop is able to get on the end of it, and we're able to push this one down the sideline, but the referee will blow the whistle for halftime. An excellent pass into Nkunku. Nkunku not able to find the back of the net. Verbruggen is able to make the save for us. Very easily could have been a 2-1 game for Chelsea there. Fernandes to Nkunku off the corner. Nkunku not able to get past Lewis Dunk. That pass is intercepted. We could be on a counterattack here. João Pedro out to Fernandes. Fernandes to Bino Gittins. Bino Gittins inside to João Pedro. Inside to Sesko. Going for a low shot. Pedro Neto kind of got in the way of that one. We are going to go ahead and make a substitution. Sesko finds Bino Gittins in a great area. Bino Gittins running forward here. Has to cut back. Not who I'm looking for. Why would I want to pass it to him right there? But now Nkunku on the break. Down this right side. Has to look back. Finds Fertezi, who finds Nkunku again. Gonna get a tackle in, though, with Diomande. And try to get on a counterattack here. An excellent pass from Fertezi down here to Reece James. Reece James inside to Nicholas Jackson, who has to go back momentarily. Diomande was all over him. We are all over Reece James here down in this corner, but he is able to find a pass out to Fertezi. They are pushing forward nicely here. Diomande able to get in front of that one. Not a great pass there. What is happening? We are turned over. A foul. Sterling goes for a shot. Verbruggen has to make the save. This is coming down to the wire. We need to stop them from scoring on this corner. In the hands of Chelsea, Diomande, another tackle in. And we escape from a loss here, but unfortunately we can't get a win. But we do get a point here at home against Chelsea. But we can't dwell on that game for too long, but because right after that, we do have a game here against Lens. 5 days later, we are able to look at our youth academy, though, before we go into that. And we've already got, a generational talent that we have found here in Leonardo da Costa. His potential is now 90 to 94. His rating still is 69, but hopefully he will grow into that 70 mark very, very soon. It's looking like he will be done with the inverted winger here in 2 weeks and able to move up to a 71 overall, or a 70 overall. And what we're actually going to do is go ahead and bring in a lot of these higher rated players that are 17 years old. And we're going to get them into the squad, continue to train them, and continue to give them as much training as we possibly can. But try to send them out. We're going to get all of these guys in. Chao Miranda is actually now up to a 63 overall. We changed him from a right back to a striker. So he is going to be into the squad as well. We're going to leave these other 3 guys here, and then as well as Leonardo da Costa, since he is, of course, still only 15 years old. And we're going to try to get loan moves for all of these guys that we just brought in. And hopefully by the end of this season, they will grow to, a much higher overall. So, we could be lucky and find a diamond in the rough, kind of like we did with Lenny Jansen, where he is up to a 76 overall off of his loan spell. So we'll see how it goes. But we have now made it to match day against Lens. This scheduling is absolutely brutal. I mean, just look at this month of December. We have 9 games to play this month, so lots of football left to be played in this month. We're going to go ahead and get into this game against Lens. We are going to have to play pretty much our strongest lineup. This is the lineup that Lens are going to be going with. Very, very strong lineup for them, but we are pretty much going to play our strongest lineup. We are going to make a few changes in defense, though. We're going to get Barco, Igor in, and as well as Mercier in goal, because Mercier has played pretty well in the games that he has been able to get into, and Diaz is going to make an appearance in midfield as well. But besides that, everyone's going to stay in their spot as the starter. We're going to give Igor the captaincy for this game, and we're going to go ahead and get into this game. And I mean, if we end up getting a loss in this game, it could mean the end of us in the Europa League, which would be absolutely terrible. But if we can pull out a win, then we can almost guarantee ourselves getting through to the knockout rounds, with our last game being against Helsinki. So we really need a win here. And all that being said, Lens are already pushing forward here, getting a shot on goal in our box, but we do knock that one away. But that one is not going to be knocked away. Thomason finds the back of the net 5 minutes into this game. We just didn't have anybody in a good position for that one. And yeah, I mean, off the deflection, I think our defense just got a little bit scrambled. Diomande was out there, and Thierry Correa was just kind of on the edge of the box in the middle of the field. So defense was scrambling, and we're now down 1-0. Bino Gittins able to get past his right wing back, his opponent there. We're going to keep pushing down. I mean, lots of room to run into. Benjamin Sesko ends up with that ball, takes a shot. We are unlucky not to score there. I just honestly didn't think Benjamin Sesko was going to end up with the ball there in that position. Thierry Correa allows that ball to be sent in. Giavogi gets onto the end of it, but it will be out for a goal kick. Mercier didn't have to do anything for that one. But so far in this game, I mean, they're pushing forward and we aren't, so got to fix that. Barco with an interception in a dangerous area. Sesko is looking for a pass here to João Pedro. I'm not sure if he was onside. I think he was. We're going to get a shot on goal, but not the greatest effort. The pass was a little bit weak from Sesko to João Pedro, and they are away. João Pedro with a nice pass over here to Neto. Neto trying to bring it down. Oh, is not able to. And it looks like Machado is just going to take this one all the way. He could be on a break here, and it is on a break here. Does he have an option to get it into? He goes towards the back post. Barco, not a great clearance. And Giavogi ends up with the ball in the middle of the box off of the very poor clearance from Valentin Barco over there on the left side. 2-0 after 31 minutes for RC Lens. An excellent pass from them to Mbeumo over on the right side. 36 minutes gone, and we are just getting absolutely just destroyed right now. That's going to be the end of the first half. We're going to have to get into this second half, and we're going to have to make some big changes to what we're doing to get back into this game. And now Lens pushing forward again here. Igor able to get a tackle in on that one. We are able to find a pass out. Can we get on a break here? We absolutely need to score in this scenario. João Pedro looking out here for Jamie Bino Gittins, who's going to give a heavy touch yet again. Not a lot of options just yet. We do find a pass inside, though. Benjamin Sesko cannot find the back of the net. All right, well, 66 minutes gone. We're going to try to make some substitutions that are going to make a difference. We go for 5 substitutions, but I think it's more than likely too little too late. Van de Ven able to get onto the end of that one. I mean, what an incredible... Thierry Correa makes that overlapping run, but unfortunately is unable to go anywhere else as of right now. Finds a pass to Baleba in midfield, who goes for a worldie and finds the back of the net. You know what? I mean, we are down 3-1 now, so we're still more than likely not going to get back in this game. But what a goal scored from Carlos Baleba in midfield. He doesn't really have great long shots or great shot power, but is able to get that one past the keeper into that top left corner. What a goal. We get a tackle in over here. Adingra is able to get that tackle in. We're going to look inside for Benjamin Sesko, who has to make a turn and does not have any room to go into. We are going to get that one to Diaz. Diaz finds Baleba. Can Baleba get his second goal in a matter of 4 minutes? He does. We're only down 3-2. Carlos Baleba, we shouldn't be celebrating right now. We only have 10 minutes left to go. But, I mean, he's having the game of his life as of right now, and he came on as a substitution not too long ago. And, all right, well, 3-2, we have life. Smith Rowe, we're going to send Adingra on a run. Carlos Baleba has been everywhere for us. Was able to make the tackle for us to get on this run. We find Benjamin Sesko in the middle of the box. Go for a shot. We can't get it into the back of the net. And then we're going to be called for a handball on Benjamin Sesko. That was the opportunity. We might have squandered our best chance to get back into this game and get at least a point. Well, they just run around our entire defense. Mercier is able to get a crucial save in, though. We get a tackle in. Kirkez has a little bit of time to push forward here. The referee blows his whistle right at 3 minutes and does not allow us to push forward, and our dreams of a comeback are officially squandered. And that loss to Lens will officially knock us out of the Europa League. We will officially get 3rd place in our group. Trabzonspor have a 5-point lead over us in 2nd place, and Helsinki are behind us by 4 points in 4th. So we are going to finish in 3rd, no matter what happens in our last game. We had to get a win there, and we just didn't. Even if we would have gotten a draw and just got 1 point in that game, we would have been knocked out officially. So, actually, I guess Lens would have been on 9 points. So, if we would have been on 6, we could have theoretically beaten Helsinki and gone past Lens if Trabzonspor was able to beat them. But just not great performances from us in the Europa League. We were outmanned and outmatched in the Europa League a lot of the times. We were playing with our backups in the majority of the first few games, but our backups are still good enough to be, Europa League players at the least. The only thing that's left in this career mode is if we can get top 4 this season, we'll continue the career mode. But if we don't get top 4 this season, I'm afraid this might be the end of the Brighton career mode. So now all we can look forward to is the Premier League. We are sitting in 5th place currently, but we do have a game in hand over the teams above us. So if we actually get a win here in the next game against Everton, we will actually move up into 2nd place, only 2 points behind Spurs on top. So we need to get a win here if we can. This is how the squad is shaping up so far this year in terms of goals and assists. Obviously, Benjamin Sesko leading on the line. He's got 6 and 6 in the Premier League in 13 games. Absolutely incredible. And Fernandez is obviously a great signing. And you see a lot of names here. And Ciso, to be fair to him, he is playing very well in the games that he is getting in. But without the Europa League games. I think we might drop down to the Conference League. Without the Europa League games, though, he's just not going to get as much game time or as much as he wants, I guess. And in terms of the midfield options beside Fernandes in midfield, we have Diaz and we have Diop, and both of them are kind of performing the exact same this year. As you can see, their average match rating is actually exactly 6.59 for both of them. So kind of, in a tough spot with them. Not sure what I want to do moving forward, but I guess we'll kind of just give both of them a chance. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into this game against Everton. We will play this game. We will simulate the game against Brentford. We will then play the game against Manchester United to round off the episode. But before that, we will simulate our final game in the Europa League against Helsinki. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into this game against Everton, and let's try to get 3 points. We have a lot left to play for in the league, at least. Smith Rowe with an excellent pass into João Pedro, who just decides not to shoot. I mean, what was that? Andy Diop with some space in midfield, going for a shot. Not a bad effort. Jordan Pickford does make the save. I think it was pretty comfortable in the end. But, yeah, not a bad effort. Getson Fernandes sending this one in. João Pedro, wow. I don't know if he actually was the one that headed that one or if it was a defender, but very, very close to going in. Andy Diop with a nice pass to Getson Fernandes. Fernandes over the top to Neto, who takes a nice touch down. Pickford is able to make that save and is able to collect it. Or maybe an assist. Neto into Fernandes, but Fernandes is going to pass this one off to Adingra, and Adingra is not going to be able to find that top right corner, unfortunately. And now Everton pushing forward here. They have numbers. Dele Alli lays that one off to Traore, and Traore finds the back of the net. 30 minutes gone. 1-0 Everton. Oh no, Beto is going to end up with that ball. Makes a couple of nice moves. Verbruggen is able to make that save. 46 minutes gone here. We are into extra time in the first half. Everton do have a corner. We are just not playing very well at all. Maybe we need Carlos Baleba to come back on and make a difference for us. Getson Fernandes clears that one away, puts his body out on the line, and Igor is going for a challenge. And we're going to be called for a penalty here at the end of the first half. Beto steps up to take this penalty. We're going to go right. He goes left. And that's a 2-0 lead for Everton at the end of the first half. Neto with a nice tackle over here on this right side. A heavy touch. Able to get past the defender on that second heavy touch, though. Finds a pass inside to João Pedro, who's just going to take a touch. Pickford with an insane foot save. Still 2-0 for Everton. Neto looking for, Pedro looking for Neto. Neto finding Smith Rowe, and we get one back. 2-1. 60 minutes gone here. Let's go ahead and pick up this ball if we can and get back to midfield. We can turn this around. This is a game we can win. Dobbin with an excellent turn. Lewis Dunk, can he get out there? Yes, he can. He gets that tackle in. Let's get on the break yet again. We're going to look for João Pedro, who finds Smith Rowe. Is Smith Rowe onside? He is off by just a little bit. All right, 65 minutes gone. We're going to make a double sub. Baleba on for Diop, and Lenny Jansen coming in on the left side, actually, for Adingra. Bino Gens is still a little tired, so I don't want to play him, but needed to get a change out there. Adingra just isn't doing it for me. Jansen, oh, heavy touch. Perfect pass from João Pedro back to Jansen, but just not able to get it to him. Putting a lot of pressure on the defense there. Kirkes finds João Pedro. Ooh, I did not like our options there. We're able to turn it back around, though. João Pedro just keeps pushing forward, trying to find Smith Rowe. 80 minutes gone. We need to find at least a leveler in this game. Pedro Neto able to get a tackle in. João Pedro touches the ball, and I believe he was offsides. That is, I mean, about as unfortunate as it gets. They're going to pass this one short here. We have 3 minutes to get a winner, or to get a goal that's going to level this game. And João Pedro is able to get a tackle in. We're going to look for a pass here to Smith Rowe, who's going to find Jansen. That is 2-2, and that is the way to get back into this game. We are able to get at least a point here on the road against Everton. The last couple of games have definitely not gone according to plan. I mean, both games, Lons is obviously a difficult opponent. I mean, Everton are a difficult opponent as well, but both games we should be winning. But one thing you can say about this team is that we do have a lot of fight. You know, we go down, but we are able to fight back. And, you know, unfortunately, we just aren't able to get winners. And that draw sees us stay in 5th place. We are level on points with Chelsea and West Ham in 3rd and 4th. But obviously, that draw, I mean, if we could have got a winner, you know, we'd be in 2nd right now, which would be Much nicer. You win some, you lose some, and then you draw some as well. We'll send Yuma Ono on loan to Norwich. I believe they are in the championship as of right now, so we're okay with that. And then we are into our game against Brentford. We are going to simulate this game, and hopefully, I mean, you know, we need to find a win. There's really no other way to get around it, or no other way to say it. We need a win, but we are going to be simulating, so we'll see how it goes. This is how Brentford are lining up for this game. Maxi G, he was our biggest threat in some of these games against Brentford that we have played. They do have Jacob Murphy out on the right, so that's going to be interesting. We are going to be going with our strongest lineup. Smith Rowe is going to be in the game, even though he is tired. We're going to keep him in just because it's hard to keep him out. So let's go ahead and get into the sim match here. Ooh, Brentford almost get a goal there. Brentford had been in control of this game so far in the first 20 minutes. Unfortunately, I'm not sure why the colors are dark blue and then light, or a little bit lighter blue. Maybe I need to look into fixing that if I can. But Brentford have been in control in this game so far, and they are still in control. Ooh, that one was off the post. Verbruggen is lucky not to concede there, but we are able to get on a counterattack. All right, end of the first half. Brentford, you know, like I said, still in control for the most part, but nobody has really had a chance on goal, unfortunately. Bring Diaz in and move Fernandez up to that cam position, but everybody else I'm okay with keeping in for now. Oh, we finally find a goal. What great passing. Getson Fernandez is able to find the goal for us. 68 minutes gone. I mean, Brentford literally had the ball pretty much in our box for the first 20 minutes of the second half. And we were able to get on a counterattack there and able to get into the back of the net. But now Brentford pushing forward immediately off of that goal. And they find the back of the net as well with Jacob Murphy. 85 minutes gone here. We're pushing forward very nicely. We have ourselves a corner. We're going to swing this one in. Benjamin Sesko almost ends up with it in the middle of the box. 88 minutes gone now. Almost 90 minutes gone. Brentford have the ball. As long as they don't push forward here, it's looking like the game will end 2 minutes of added time. This game ends in a 1-1 draw between Brentford and Brighton. We easily could have won that game. We just needed to play a little bit better defense there towards the end, but we'll take a draw. It's not what we want, but, you know, we have to take it. We don't really have a choice. So 15 games gone, sitting in 6th place, 1 point off of 4th place Arsenal, level with Chelsea on points in 5th place. And now just 3 days later, we are into this game against Manchester United. This is the lineup they're going to be going with. A pretty standard Manchester United lineup. We're going to go with the same lineup as last game, and we're going to go ahead and get into this one. All right, a little snowy game here against Manchester United. Snowy games have not been too kind to us in this career mode, but hopefully we will be able to win this game. We are already getting a tackle in very nicely. Smith Rowe able to find a pass over here to Pedro Neto, who is on a break, and who is able to find the back of the net 2 minutes into this game against Manchester United. We take a 1-0 lead. Smith Rowe with a beautiful pass. It doesn't get much better than that. And Nuno Mendes not able to get back to that one. Neto is too fast for him. And what a finish from Neto. That was absolutely beautiful. Getson Fernandez ends up with the ball on the edge of the box. Takes a shot. Not a bad effort, but not able to find the back of the net. We still have the ball, though. Kirkez, I see Sesko. Not a great cross. And looks like they may be away. Excellent pass down here to Marcus Rashford. We are not able to get to that one with Thierry Correa. But Rashford, I guess, was under pressure from Correa and just dribbled out of bounds, so. What is that from Timo Werner? What is that? One of the best goals we've had scored against us in a long time. I mean, we're going to have to take another look at this one because, I mean, what is... I mean, to be fair, I thought that hit his arm too right then in that replay, but I mean, what are you even supposed to do about that as a defender? I mean, if you try to kick the ball out of the air, more than likely they're going to dive and act like they got kicked as well. So this game was level at 1 right before halftime. Timo Werner doing that thing again. I mean, I'm not sure how Igor isn't fouled there, but I guess the referee is not going to give us one. We are in a dangerous area here. They're going to take a shot. Luis Alberto not able to find the back of the net. Verbruggen makes the save. They do have a corner here, though. And Lisandro Martinez taking a shot from the edge of the box off that corner. God, it is so hard to play Manchester United sometimes. And now Manchester United are on a break. Timo Werner pushing forward here. Diomande not able to get a tackle in, but forces Werner to make a mistake, and we will retain possession of the ball momentarily. All right, 67 minutes gone here. Multiple players tired. Smith Rowe, Correa, and Diouf are going to be off for Pedro, Barco, and Fabricio Diaz. We need to find a way to win this game. I mean, I'm okay with a 1-1 draw. You know, coming to Old Trafford and getting a draw isn't the worst result, but I would much rather have a win, and we're not going to do it with turnovers like that. Oh, Rashford. Wow. Could have put that one into the back of the net. Verbruggen saves us yet again. I mean, like I said, it is just so difficult to play Manchester United. Jadon Sancho in for them. Unrealistic there. Rashford takes a shot. Luckily for us, Igor is able to get the block in. We need to just hold the ball up, and we need to retain possession for, a few minutes. Oh, Igor gives up possession in the middle of the field. Diamante is able to clear that one away. We actually could get on a counterattack here. Benjamin Sesko, I need you to come towards me. I don't have anywhere to go. Højlund in the middle of the box. Oh, man. Verbruggen is having a game. We are able to stay in this because of him. But Bino Gittins cannot get the ball from under his feet. Sancho pushing forward. Igor able to get into the front of that one. Verbruggen makes another save. I mean, there's just nothing going right for us except for Verbruggen. Diamante wins that header in midfield. I need whoever this is to push forward. Fernandez has an open lane to run into and hits the post and cannot find us a winner. After 89 minutes, there's only 2 minutes of added time. We win another header. Fernandez looking over the top for Sesko. Sesko gets to it, and Onana dives out of the way. That was a terrible goalkeeper animation. What is going on? I mean, seriously. I mean, that not a bad pass from Fernandez there. Sesko's touch took him away, but Onana is diving past his near post. I mean, seriously, he was not guarded. The net was open. The whole net was open. Sesko couldn't miss from there. And Onana honestly should get sold after that mistake. Manchester United should not allow that mistake to ever happen again. And should not allow Onana to ever play for their team again after that kind of mistake. Wow. What a game. And what a way to finish off the episode. We are, of course, going to simulate this game against Helsinki in the Europa League before we actually leave, but wow, I mean, seriously, no other words, but wow. I mean, there's just no way that actually just happened. Before we get into our next game, we did get notified that Lewis Dunk has only 6 months left on his contract. We are definitely going to re-sign him if we can. He's on $86,000 a week, so we will go ahead and give him $90,000, I guess. That'd be perfectly fine. I mean, he goes with 94. No extension, though, so we're going to have to hop in and negotiate. We do want a 1-year extension if we can get it on there. And he actually will end up settling for a £90,000 a week, or €90,000 a week wage, like we suggested first, and we get that 1-year extension. So we will have him at least through the end of next season. I imagine he'll probably retire at the end of next season, but we don't want to let him go. He has been a crucial part of this team. We get a scout report back for a player that was left in the comments in the last episode, Gift Emmanuel Orban, the Nigerian man who plays for, as of right now, Stade Rennais in the French league. An 81 overall striker, which we don't necessarily need a striker right now, but what we could do is we could sell Enciso, move João Pedro to that cam position, to that backup position for Smith Rowe, and then bring in Orban here to be the backup striker to Benjamin Sesko, which I would be intrigued by. I mean, he looks absolutely incredible. Very good technically and very good physically, so just something to think about. Let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts are on that. Alright, final game of the episode. We're not going to play it, of course. This is against Helsinki in the Europa League, so literally this result does not matter at all. We are going to play a fully rotated side so we can save the legs for this game against Arsenal coming up in the next episode. It's only 3 days after this game. So we'll go ahead and hit a quick sim here, and we get a 3-1 victory. João Pedro scoring twice, Jansen scoring as well. So we get a 3-1 victory. We solidify third place. I believe that drops us down to the Conference League, if I'm not mistaken. And we do get a little bit of prize money for finishing third in our Europa League group. We are going to be able to send Dennis Moraes on a short-term loan to Inter Miami for the rest of this season. And if I'm not mistaken, let's go ahead and look. We actually are sitting in 4th place in the league as of right now, 1 point behind City and Arsenal in 2nd place and 3rd place respectively. We're going to have to be on the lookout for that. Europa League, obviously, we finish, like I said, in 3rd place in our group. Not a bad showing, but just not enough. I mean, the draw and the loss against Trabzonspor were really the nails in the coffin. Once we finished those games, you just kind of knew that we weren't going to be moving forward in that competition. So we do indeed drop down to the Conference League, and we will face Viborg in the preliminary round in the Conference League coming up soon. Let's see when that is. But those games won't be played until February, so we have a long ways to go until we get there. In the next episode, we will get through the end of December, and we will get into the month of January. We will likely simulate this game against Leeds. We'll at least get through the Leeds game in the next episode. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please be sure to like the video. Please be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this content, and hopefully you guys are enjoying this career mode. I hope you are. But with all that being said, I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.